everyone, so today is one of my favourite videos. It's new Chanel releases and I have picked up 6 of these brand new Ombré ESSENTIELLE long lasting multi-use eyeshadows. So actually one of them is the topper and I've got 5 of them in different formulas. I've got matte and satin, so different shades, different formulas, different finishes. So we can see how all of these I will be trying all of these on for you today, and I'll also be trying them on with the face palette which was released. I've already done this in a video for you, but I thought it'd be nice to see the two together because they've pretty much come out at the same time on the Chanel website here in the UK anyway. So these have just launched this week here in the UK, and I think the eyeshadows have just launched in the US as well. So I've got this palette here in the light coral, and I will be using the bronze in my crease when I use all of these different eyeshadows. So I will apply this first to my face and then I will go through all of these so you can see how every single one looks. So I'm really excited to try all of these out. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah. I'm 47. I'm not a professional, just somebody who really loves makeup and beauty. And I love to share reviews of new products, show you my favourite looks, any of my favourite products from the month, things like that generally. If you think you'd enjoy anything like that, I do release regularly at least 2 videos a week. So I would love it so much if you liked and subscribed. And if you could comment below, I would love that so much too. I love to speak to you and it really, really does help my channel to get going. And my skin tone, if that's useful to you, is fair to light with neutral / cool undertones, and I've got combination skin with a slightly oily T-zone. Anyway, enough about me, let's get on to this video. So I am looking a bit ghost-like because I have my foundation on. It's quite a pale foundation and I don't have any tan. I've got my lipstick, so I need to get straight into this, which I have already reviewed in detail, so I'm not going to go into great detail about this one. I paid 80 for this. I think it's now on, is it Selfridges or Harrods? Anyway, it's on for 75 there. And it's also £75 on the Chanel website too. So I tried this once and I really love it, so I can't wait to get a little bit of a summer glow going with this. I'm going to start straight away here with my Hourglass Snake brush and going into the bronzer in the middle. If I'm very careful using the tip of this, I can avoid getting the highlighter on the brush, but I need to be careful, as the first time I did this I definitely picked up some of the highlighter, which is not really a problem seeing as I'll be adding it anyway. But anyway, this is absolutely beautiful. It's so effortless to blend out. It's not overly pigmented, so you're not going to get into trouble at all with this. I've got very fair skin, as you can see, wearing no tan right now, so I've got my lightest shade of foundation, which really is super pale, and this is just giving me a nice wash of colour. I could really build this up if I was wearing a tan and give myself a really good glow, but seeing as I'm not wearing any today, I'm going to keep this fairly light, and as you can see it's just super easy, just not patchy, really pretty. I'm just going to sweep that over my nose and across the forehead. There, I immediately look healthier, don't I? I looked so ghost-like when I started this video. So I think that'll do for now. I want to keep it fairly light. And using my Sonia G Classic Cheek brush, I'm going into the Coral Blush. And again, this is very similar. It's not particularly overly pigmented. You can build this up nice and gradually, which is really good for people with fair skin like me, because you don't necessarily want that big pop of colour when you are pale. And then if you are getting a tan in the summer, it doesn't mean that this won't work for you, because you can just build it up, and it does build up definitely. And put a little dab on the nose. I'm taking my Sonia G Fan Pro, I'm going into the highlighter. So easy, it really is exceptionally easy. This is something I know I'm going to get so much use out of. It's so handy having all 3 together in one palette, having them just there on my desk. And as I pointed out in my previous video when I reviewed this, I don't think the price is actually too bad at all. When you think you pay 30, 35 for a good blush, This is 15 grams of product, and I looked at a NARS blush and that contained less than 5 grams in the palette. So this is bigger than 3 NARS blushes and costs less. They would be 90 and this one is 75. So as I pointed out in that video, I really don't think it is that overpriced because of the amount you get. And I like the fact that the bronze is slightly bigger because obviously you'll use that more, and it's also in the middle, so I think it's well designed like that. And take a little bit down the nose and the Cupid's bow. So there we go. Perfect, easy, summer, light glow, which is what I'm looking for today, as I said, with zero tan. And when I put my tan on, if I do later this week, I can go straight back in with this and just ramp up the colour. So absolutely perfect. One of the best buys of the year for me, I think. I love this, I really do. Actually, I shouldn't close it because I'm going to start, before I even look at these new eyeshadows, I'm going to put a little bit of the bronzer into the crease. So I'm just picking up a Sonia G fluffy brush. I'm just going to put a bit of this into the crease so that when I try each eyeshadow on, I will already have this. I want to keep this really simple because the whole purpose really of these eyeshadows are one and done, quick and easy. So I just want to show that if you have this palette or you have any bronzer sitting on your beauty table, just quickly doing this as you do your bronzer, and then just one swipe of the new eyeshadow and you should be good to go, really. If you're looking for a casual, easy summer look. Well, I say summer look, these shades, the eyeshadow shades, are not particularly summer. A quick look, summer, winter, spring or autumn. So that's it, nice and simple, just a little bit of bronzer there in my crease. So what I'm going to do now is go through all of these and try them on, but I just want to mention I won't be adding eyeliner and mascara until it's my final look because my eyes won't tolerate me taking it on and off all in one go, particularly today because I tried out a new balm cleanser last night and my eyes reacted so badly to it, so they're really unhappy. So I'm going to hope they'll behave for me, just putting on the eyeshadows and taking them off. But I do want to show each one on the full eyelids so you can see how these look. And before I do that, I'm going to show you a video I've taken of these in the sunlight. Luckily we have some really good sunlight this morning here in Wales, finally. So I've taken some footage this morning swatching all of these for you, so I'll show you this now.
You're something beautiful, electric chemical. You take my breath away, feel my emotions push and pull. Shooting stars in your eyes, you're bringing me to life. Love how you say my name, you make it feel like summertime. When you reach out your hand, I find myself again. Electric wonderland, no I just can't get enough. You feel like magic, just one touch, my God, I got it.
So the only matte one I've got, as you can see from there, is the lilac shade. So I'm going to actually use this last as my final look on both eyes. And I'm going to show you how that looks on its own, but I'm also going to show you how it looks with the topper on top, because I don't think I would use this topper over the satins because they've already got quite a lot of shimmer. So I want to see how this looks over a matte, but I will be using this topper in the inner corner and under the brow so we can see how it works for all of the other eyeshadows too. This, as you can see hopefully from the swatch, has a bit of a pink in it, so it's quite an interesting topper. So I will be very interested to see how this one looks. So these are all £36, and this topper, if you're interested in more details, is called a multi-use top coat. It's shade 220 Blanc Pearl. It says it's a top coat that can be layered over another eyeshadow for a pearlescent effect or used by itself for a natural looking satin sheen. The formula glides on in a single swipe. So I wouldn't use this on its own personally, but if you're going for a really natural, no makeup look, maybe with a bit of skin tint and you just don't, maybe just a bit of mascara, this could be a little bit of a a glistening effect, I'd say, but you will catch in the light a little bit of pink if you wear it all over the lid. So that is an option, not when I'll be trying today. I could try that in one of my natural look videos. But anyway, I'm going to leave that till last on top of the lilac, as I said. So I'm going to start with BRUN Taupe. Now this is a taupe brown shade with a satin finish, number 236. For the first look, I will actually try these little brushes because I've heard from some people they're actually quite good and I just never try them. So I think I'll give it a go, just so we can see. I don't like using this sort of short handle, but anyway, let's just see. I'll try this one now all over this lid. Well, I know straight away that this is beautiful for me. This is the sort of shade I wear quite a lot. And actually this is working very well. So that's really good. Brush working, and oh, that is really nice. That really does work very well as a one and done, isn't it? That is very pretty. Wow. This, I can see this one being one of the most popular. I know it's my first one I've tried, but this is going to be a very, very popular eyeshadow. Look how beautiful that is. Love that. So before I try the topper in the inner corner, I'll move on to the next shade. So this is number 238, Quartz FUMÉ, which is a brown golden khaki with a satin finish. And seeing as that brush works so well, I shall continue using them. So this one, oh, it's got a nice khaki tint to it actually. I couldn't see that so well when I swatched it, but now I'm putting it on the eye, I can. It's actually quite a bit deeper, this one. Do you know what? These things are actually perfect for the job. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just a bit surprised. They really are. So quick and easy. If you're looking for a really quick but fabulous look, this really is the perfect solution. For people looking like for quick, you know, going to work, using this face palette along with one of these and using the brush in there, just such a small amount of effort and equipment needed. That is really nice. And the other brush that comes with it has these two different tips, so you could be using this for across the lid, and then this one for creating a bit of a wing. I don't know if I could try that. If I use this end of it and then go like this. Yeah, it does work, look. Okay, I am quite impressed. And it shows that using this brush just picks up that much more product, so you can use exactly the same powder to sort of tight line and create a bit of a wing. That's really easy and it works. Okay, super impressed so far. I think I'll try the same with the BRUN Tulpa. See if I can get a bit of a wing going with that as well. This one is not as deep, so it might not work. Sort of, I can sort of see it. I think with BRUN Tulpa I would want to use some sort of brown. It's nice to run it under the line, under the eye, to have a sort of cohesive look. But I would use probably a brown eyeliner and mascara with this one. That one did work as a liner. Very mild, but if you're looking for just a simple subtle look. So now let's try this topper in the inner corner, and again using the brush provided. And put this here. Well, you can see straight away the pink. So this might be a good inner corner shade. You do need to keep in mind you can see the pink straight away. So it's whether you want pink to be added. I'll try it here. It's one of those ones that's very deceptive in the pan, isn't it? Because you cannot see the pink until you swatch it really. It's not very obvious. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, maybe it is. It's not that obvious when you look at it. It's whether you want pink to be mixing with this colour, because it's definitely really showing up pink. I don't know if I want to use that or not, to be honest. What do you think? I prefer more of a white. I wish it had been a bit more white, to be honest. It's just a bit too pink. If I was doing a pink look or maybe a coral look or something, it might fit. Like this eye here is the khaki, so I'm not really convinced this works. Yeah, so I don't think this works with these shades. Maybe a little bit more with the BRUN TALPA, but not with this khaki one. One of the ones I'll be trying next is actually called Beige Sable, and I think this one would probably be a lot better for that inner corner. So if you were getting more than one, this could be a good one for mixing two together. In fact, let me just see, even though I've already got that topper, let me put a bit of Beige Sable over that and bring it to meet the khaki and see if the two work together. I wasn't planning on doing anything like this because I really want to show how these are one and done shadows, but I do like it when I mix a more bright one. Yeah, I think that one would work better. Try and go over the pink. Yeah, that definitely works better. Yeah, it's not really bright, but it works better. I think it works nicely there as well. It's a little bit more brightness because this khaki is a little bit deep. So there we have BRUN TALPA and QUARTZ FUMÉ. Obviously these will look a lot better with your eyeliner and mascara. But yeah, really loving these. BRUN TALPA, I think everyone's going to love that one. I really like them both actually, really good, really easy. I'll just quickly take this off and be back. I'll put the bronzer back in the crease and be back to show you the next two. So I've cleaned all that off and now I'm going to try Beige Sable, which is the one I showed you in the last look, which I tried in the inner corner a second time, not the topper now. This is Beige Sable. I'm trying the brush again. This works really nicely with the bronzer, you know. This one definitely doesn't need an inner corner pop because it's giving it on its own. Well, that is really nice. You could certainly work with other shades as well if you've got a matte palette like the Vizier All Matte, which I love, or the Master Mario palette. You had a deeper brown matte to go here to deepen up the crease, but you don't need it. This is such a light, easy, summer fresh vibe. I love this. I really have been enjoying mixing bronzers with highlighters lately, and this reminds me of that really, that sort of champagne highlight, but it's not as glowy or as unforgiving on the eyes as a highlight. This has got that satin finish. That is really nice. Very subtle but really pretty. There's no point saying I'll take this and make a wing for obvious reasons. It's extremely light, but I'll just run a little bit using the same brush underneath. And probably what I do is go back in with the bronzer and then bring the bronzer underneath as well. Using exactly the same eyeshadow, just bringing it here into the inner corner. It does work nicely, doesn't it? And then under the brow. Yeah, that's really nice. So there is Beige Sable. So easy, honestly. I'm going to get this video wrapped up in 5 minutes because it's just so easy to apply. And now for the shade I'm probably most excited about, and if I was just going to pick one from the whole release, it would be this one, and this is the green. This is number 222, Jade Facetté. I don't know how I'm saying this. This is actually a metallic, it says. Well, it says metallic on the back, but in the description on the website it says that it's a golden bluish green shade satin finish. I love greens and I love shimmers and I love metallics, so it's pretty much my perfect combination. Oh wow, look at that. That is stunning. Whoa. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness. This is my shade of the year so far. I've tried out a few eyeshadow palettes, as you'll know if you follow me, and the greens are often my favourites. This is giving me that sort of same vibe as the blue shade in the Chanel release. Let me show you what I mean. This is Rivage, the one that was released earlier this year, and the blue in this is probably my favourite other colour of the year so far. I think this green just might be the same. I think I don't know, do I like the green more? So this is this new green, and that's the blue from Rivage. They are so nice. Might even try them together. Yeah, it's given me that same wow effect as that blue shade, which I just love in that palette. I don't want to go mad now, I'm taking it a bit too high up, but oh, whoa, that is so pretty. And if you used a light green liner to go in the waterline and maybe a deep green eyeliner to tighten here on the eyelashes and then beneath with mascara, that would be a nice look. I'll run a bit underneath. That is just so beautiful. I'll take a bit of the bronzer like I did with the other look, so it's all really matching up from above and below. I might take this Beige Sable again, the one I've just used on, oh god, I poked myself in the eye. The one I just used on this eye, and use that for the inner corner. Yeah, it's definitely a good one for that, you know. I think this one will match up with most of them, more than the topper if you're using it for this purpose. I'm sort of gutted I didn't make this my last look now, because I'd love to show you this with mascara, but I will be wearing this look again, so you will definitely see me in future videos wearing this again, because whoa, stunning. Possibly the best shade I've tried all year, like I said, love it. So this is Jade Facetté or Facetté, and this is the Beige Sable on this side. Which one do you prefer? Really loving them both actually, but whoa, totally in love with this green. Now I'll take all of this off, and it's going to be the final look where I'll be going for that lilac matte. I think now, having seen how pink that topper is, I will do the lilac matte on one side and the pink topper on its own at first, and then balance them up so that they're the same, if I can roughly do that for you. So I will show you the topper on its own, because it is quite a pink, and I think it'd be interesting to see. So I'll be back to show you that now. So I'm back now with completely clear eyes, apart from bronzer in the crease again. And the first one I'm going to try now is this number 232 Lilas Poudré or Powder. Please just ignore my appalling pronunciation. And using the brush provided again, it really does pick up a lot of product, this, you know, so it's quite a good, you need to keep that in mind if you want to have a lighter application. But this brush, sort of spongy tip, you know, the ones we tend to get in a lot of these, you just really apply them very nicely. It really is quite the perfect brush for the one and done look. I'm going to take this up a little bit higher this time, into the outer V. So this is described as a lilac matte. This is the only matte I've picked up. Extremely smooth and extremely easy to blend into that bronzer I've put there, look. Really, really easy, lovely smooth application. I'm going to try this brush to go here. I don't feel like that brush is working for me quite as well, so I'm going to go back to my T1 Sonia G brush, which I like to use for this. It's just easier. I feel I need the length to do this sort of thing. So take this under. So there it is, just on its own. That's a really pretty, lovely shade if you like lilac. And I'm now going to use this topper, not all over yet, but I will try that next. I'm just going to do it for the inner corner only. Because the pink in this will definitely look better, I think, with the lilac. So I think they work better together than when I tried it with the sort of khaki shade. Yeah, it's definitely working. So before I try the topper over the lilac, which is what I'm planning on doing, I'm going to try the topper all over this eye on its own, just to see what sort of impact I get from it. I think to finish the look I'll go back over with the lilac matte so that I've got a completely matching set of eyes for the end look. I just wanted to see what this looks like, and you can see it really does have quite a strong pink shimmer to it, but it's very sheer, so it doesn't show up very much, so it really is a very subtle look on the eye. So again, this would work very well for that sort of natural look. Not something I personally would choose because I just don't think it shows up enough, but that's how it looks if you wear it on its own. So it's still pretty. I personally wouldn't use it for that, so I'm going to go over now with the lilac. Hopefully this will just cover it so that we have matching sides. I'm going to use my Sonia G T3 brush now. I want to just make this my last look a little bit better, so I'm going to take the lilac slightly above the crease because I've got hooded eyes. I want this to show up a little bit more above, so I'm just going to, with my eyes open, bring it across. And this brush for me is incredible for that. It really is. It's so soft and applies it so beautifully. This skin here is so tricky, where it's creasing and folding, and it's just, yeah, this brush is brilliant for this area. You can also see by using this brush that it's giving it a lot more of a softer application than the sponge tip that I used from the actual palette. So you're getting sort of two tones almost, so this deeper tone and then the lighter tone, so it just shows the change of brushes again and the different effect you get. So before I add the topper over the lids, this is how the lilac looks on both eyes. And you could easily just stop here, maybe go in with the liner and mascara, and that would be your done look. Really subtle, really pretty, just blends out so nicely, really beautiful formula. Anyway, I'm dying to try this all over now, so I'm going to take this all over the lid anyway. And see how this changes the appearance, and look what it's doing to that lilac. Oh, it's giving me everything I hoped it would. It's basically turning this into the same sort of effect I got with the green that I love so much. So this topper is going to get a lot of use. I think this will look so nice over corals, pinks, any purples. I'm not saying you shouldn't try it over other colours, it might look nice over blues as well, I think. I'm just not sure it went very well with the brown. Oh, look at that. Definitely using my finger I think is the better option. It's quite easy to do that, but I just think you get more of an effect. The other option is wetting your brush and then going in instead of using your finger, and you'll probably get a similar effect. It's not too crazy, so if you're on the fence about having sparkly eyes, this isn't like massively over the top. It's very mature skin friendly as well. Look, it's really not emphasising lines at all, so I think this is really pretty. It's still quite subtle, but I really love it. It'll catch in the light and you get all those different sparkles, look. Love that. That is a winner. And that has transformed the lilac, which I prefer to wear it like this, definitely. In fact, if the lilac looked like this in the pan, I would probably like it nearly as much as the green. Not quite. I think I'll try the green and the lilac together one day, because I do like using those two together. So many possibilities, but I wanted to try the one and done more so because that really is the main purpose here. I think what I'll do now is add an eyeliner. I've got the COLOURPOP eyeliner here, and this is in the shade, let me see, Amethyst Hour, and I'm going to pop this in a waterline, sort of matching really. So it gives me a little bit of a matching waterline colour to the lilac on my eyelids. But I'm now going to go in with a brown pencil liner. This is the one from Delilah. This is called Twig, and I've been using this one a lot lately. It's been my real go-to. It's one of these twist up ones, and it also has a little sharpener on the bottom. It's a really, really handy one, but it's very creamy. It's just got the right sort of width on the tip for me, if I show you. Really creamy, really easy to apply, and it lasts ages, and I've just been using this so much. So I will link the Delilah website below for you, and I do have 22% off with Delilah. It's probably my best discount code I've got. I absolutely love Delilah. I think I own every single product they've ever released, and I'm never disappointed with them. I have actually got a video here on my channel comparing them to Charlotte Tilbury, because they are two of my top brands. So yeah, this is just super easy to just bring across along the eyelashes and then bring up a little bit of a wing here. I could have gone with a purple liner here, but I do find with purple it can make me look a bit unwell if I go too much. So I think it makes it better for my particular complexion and eye colour if I go with something like a brown. And also I can run this underneath as well to really deepen up the effect around the lashes. So for me that's broken up the purple enough so that it's not going to make me look ill, which I do tend to get. So I think that that works really well for me. You might find that you don't need to do that, and you don't need to complicate the look by doing it, but just a little bit of liner like a brown I think finishes the look off nicely. And then the last thing to do is mascara, and we can see my final look. So there's my final look. I changed my lipstick just to sort of match the eyes a bit more and put a tiny bit more blush on as well. So there it is with mascara. I really, really love that topper, and well, it's been a big success for me. I cannot say there's any misses here, not a single one. Obviously there's more colours you can try, so it's worth looking on the Chanel website, but at the moment I've tested a few of these formulas and I think they're all beautiful, really, really good, really easy, perfect for the one and done. But obviously the standout by a mile, no surprise, was this stunning green. This, what's it called? Jade Facetté. I'll never remember that, but anyway, absolutely gorgeous. So if you like greens, run and get this now, because I don't know if this will sell out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. They often do on the Chanel website. This is gorgeous. I think the second favourite from today would be the BRUN Talpa. I was saying Taupe I think earlier. Anyway, the BRUN Talpa. This one is beautiful, and this is something I think everyone will love. This will go with any look. Really nice. But again, I'd like to try this with that green. I want to mix these together. And my other favourite, if I was going to go back and buy not for review, I would 100% go back and get this lilac, and I would get it with the topper, because just look what the topper has done. So I can't wait to try this topper on other things. I'm really excited to do that now. I'm going to try out different mattes with this on top, because wow, love it. And obviously I've tried this for the second time here on my channel, but I wanted to try them together, like I said, because they both released together, and I think using this in the crease worked very well with every single shade. And this palette itself is just beautiful. That's all I've got on today, as you know, because I tried it on at the beginning. So absolutely stunning. Well done, Chanel. I'm over the moon with this release. I really am. And if you're interested in any of these, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really, really don't. if you just pick one of these and you have it as your one and done with that face palette, you will be sorted for so many different looks, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you, because they are brilliant. Anyway, that's enough from me for today. I have absolutely loved this. Chanel releases are an absolute joy for me, so I really hope that you've enjoyed this too, and if you have, I would like it so much if you liked and subscribed below. I'd really love to have you on board. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for returning, and I hope to see all of you for my very next video. Take care everybody, bye!